Hello, welcome to Flower Juice. My name is John McDonald, and today we're going to make two arrangements at once. Now, why would we do that? Well, it's quite interesting to make a big arrangement and then a smaller one or a medium-sized one to accompany it, because then you can place them in such a way that they really act as like a companion set. So what I've got is I've got these melamine dishes that are they're really nice. They're really kind of quite a classic sort of look. They would go well in modern or in any setting, I think. Quite easy to use. What we're going to do is we're going to use pin holders as our mechanic. Now this one's from Wazakura. What's really nice about this is it's coated with black. So whereas this has got the copper pins, the black ones just kind of disappear. I mean, this one, because it's been used quite a lot, it's lost that shine, so they do kind of disappear a wee bit. But the benefit of having them black is that they will fit into a dark dish a lot better, and you just won't see them. They won't be so obvious. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some water, and we want to add water that will basically cover the top of the pins. Now, I'm not overly worrying about water being dirty at this point because we can always do a water change at the end. Now, if you are interested in buying some pin holders or kenzans, we have a link in the description for the video, and that takes you to Wazakura. So Wazakura basically supply high quality kenzans and scissors from Japan, and they'll ship worldwide. So if you do want to buy some, we can recommend them, and you will get 10% off your first order with them. So anyway, I've got my two dishes and I've got my two pin holders, and we're just going to start. So let's get going. So our first material, I just picked some material from my garden. So I was just seeing what I had. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this in really kind of the order of height is a good way to work. So generally when I'm working with flowers, whether that's with floristry or with flower arranging, I like to work in a methodical way. So that might be with a set pattern, like basically working in proportions of, like, say, a third if you're looking at something from above. With this then, we can start high and work low, which is an interesting way to do it. So, as I say, I just got some materials from the garden. And really, there should be no barrier to making flower arrangements. You should be able to get hold of some materials and be able to make something. So I don't know what this one is. It's basically just as I come in my garden, and it's a bit of a weed that's gone to seed. But it's turned into this really bushy sort of material. It's got a really nice look, and I think actually these give quite a nice feel. They're quite light. But really the thing that I had thought about going and getting was these cannas. And the thing about the cannas is they really have that pop of colour. Now I'm going to use that leaf because I do like it. Last night we had a really strong storm, and this was one of the reasons why I went out into the garden to see what I've got, was just to see how things were, what condition things were in, and just to double check on the garden basically. But I did know that I had quite a lot of cannas, and they do start to go, they do start to turn into the seed heads, which can be quite interesting as well, actually. But there is a point where you're not going to be able to use them really for cutting, because they're just going to have gone past. So what I'm doing with this is I'm just trying to work in a logical way, but also I want this to kind of work from all round. So that's something I need to be careful of. So when I say that, I can see that this needs an element over here. And I think we can bring another little touch of red down here. I think what's really striking about these cannas is just the brilliance of this red. It really stands out. And I think that's the thing, when you want something with a real pop, I always find like a black container is a good choice. Black containers will really show off a colour well. And I noticed that I had this, what's this? Echinacea. So this is a plant that you get for health reasons, or you can buy from the health store echinacea tablets. But it actually makes a really good plant for the garden because the flowers are not like a normal flower, they're more like a bract. So they tend to, when they do flower, they really last. So I'm just bringing these in. So again, as you can see, we're just staging things down, and this is a good way to work. Now, I do have a little bit of eucalyptus. I thought this would be quite nice as a contrast. Now this one is not so happy, and it's not so happy because it's so thin. So what I'm going to do is just use another little bit of stem to be like a wedge. Now where can I find this? What I really need this is what I need. I need to make, I've got a thick juicy stem from the canna. I'm just using a thick wire to create a hole in that little section of stem, and then I can feed my stem of eucalyptus through that. So that's giving me a little bit more width for putting it onto the pinholder, onto the kenzan. So really what we're doing is we're tending to mirror what's in one arrangement into the other arrangement, and that's a good way to work as well. I have a little bit of sedum, so we're going to pop a little bit of that in as well. I'm just using that one there just to help hold that leaf up. So I hope you can see that this does have more impact by being two arrangements. And generally, a lot of the time, we end up with containers that are the same. So you tend to get things in sets. So why not use the two together and get a little bit more impact from doing that? Now, the kind of final thing that I'm going to put in here is just a few hosta leaves. I was actually quite surprised to see that they're still in good condition. We've had a huge dry patch spell, and everything's not been very good because of that. But last night we had a big storm, lots of rain, and it was just great. I was so happy. I'm not really the kind of person who wants to water the garden, like constantly water the garden. So if it can do it itself, that's brilliant for me. And all we need to do now is just have a little look at this and decide, is there places that we want to just cover a little with any material. So like I could just pop in a little bit of that sedum down into there without breaking one of them. This very much depends on where you're going to put an arrangement like this. We've got a certain depth here, so if it's going to be facing people that you're not necessarily looking into the water, then we don't need to worry about the pin holders so much. Because we've got the black pin holder, I can't really see that. Even though it is exposed, it just kind of disappears against the black container and with the water. So that is basically our mummy and baby, or our pair of arrangements. We've basically followed a principle of starting with our tall materials. On the pin holder, we've worked from the center and then stage things to get a very vertical sort of arrangement, but in a natural style. We've done a little bit of grouping, and we have got two arrangements that can be placed together or separately or in the same area, and it will bring a continuity by the fact that they kind of repeat themselves. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We really want to try and encourage people to not be scared to have a go. And last night I got a really nice email from someone who said that they'd had a go, they'd made some flowers for a special occasion, and they just wanted to say thank you. And that's really the best feedback we can get, is hearing that you're having a go and you're hands-on and you're not scared to get creative. Because really, with flowers, it's a great opportunity to be creative and to bring flowers into your daily life, whether that's for a special occasion or whether it's just to have them in your home as well. So thank you for watching. If you've not already subscribed, we'd really appreciate it if you do. If you can hit the like button or share the video, that's even better for our channel as well. Now, if you're feeling a little bit inspired, you've enjoyed this video and you want to watch something else, then have a look in the description box. We'll pop in a link to one of our other videos and you can get a little bit more floral inspiration then. So thank you for watching. If you want to support our channel, our PayPal details are in the description box as well. And let us know, like we have an affiliate link with Wazakura, and we have some other affiliate links in the description box as well. But is there anything that you would like to have a link to, and we can see that if we can get some sort of affiliation where you maybe get a little discount as well. So let us know in the comments below what you thought of our design. Are you going to have a go? And take care, and we look forward to seeing you for our next video.